You miss Elnux? We all kind of miss Elnux a little bit. And it's like, we all know it's Stockholm Syndrome, right? That's the thing about Stockholm Syndrome. It's not like you're never aware that it's happening, but it doesn't change the fact, right? Like, how many of you guys miss Elnux? But, like, obviously, it's Stockholm Syndrome. Do you have a Shadow Isles Go Hard deck yet? I was thinking about messing around with it a little bit later today. The thing is, like, everyone's been playing Go Hard for weeks. It's like, it's too cool. Do I look cool to you? If I were to build Go Hard deck, I would probably build like Bilgewater with Kegs. I think, in my opinion, A, Bilgewater with Kegs is the best Go Hard deck. And it could actually be a tier 1 deck. B, I don't think it's been refined by almost anybody yet. Like, there's a lot of different versions floating around. Nobody really knows the best way to build like Bilgewater, Noxus, Keg, Go Hard. So yeah, it might be fun to mess around with it. Maybe I'll do that if I get bored of like Lucian Kalista today. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's gonna happen. So Caretaker, fuck. What do I do with this hand? Do I not keep Fleet Feather just because of Go Hard on turn 1? Go Hard on turn 1 kind of fucks Fleet Feather. Do I keep Remembrance? I think I keep like this. So okay, this looks like the weirdest keep in the known universe. This looks like a bizarre keep. We kept Remembrance and Mark and Caretaker and kicked Tracker. Tracker is a 1-drop and it's like potential fodder for this card. I want to talk about how this deck works and how we're playing matchups differently. If we're attacking on odds and we're against the control deck, I'm going to double float into Remembrance. Against the control deck, I don't want to play for like early, cheap, killable cards. I want to double float and just play a chonker on turn 3 into my turn 3 attack. And that's the power of Remembrance, the flexibility. Like, I have to be okay just not greeting the discount every time, right? That's kind of the key. I don't think I can play Tracker here either. Do you like talking a lot? In social situations, I'm actually usually quite quiet and shy. I talk a lot on my stream because that's what people come to streams for. You guys would actually be surprised how much of a beta male I am in social situations. You guys would be shocked. So, what we like doing here is like Hapless into Butcher into Remembrance, I think. This is how I play this deck now. I stopped playing this like a tempo deck. Yesterday I was playing this like an aggro combo deck, and I think that's wrong. I think you want to open yourselves up to doing that sometimes, but I've realized that this just wants to be, it wants to be a flexible combo deck that can play at like 3 different speeds, depending on like what you're up against. Honestly, so he's, yeah, now I can Remembrance. And now because we did like Butcher and Hapless on the same turn, if I hit Radiant Guardian, I get the Tough, which is, in a control matchup, the Tough is a really, really big deal if I hit that. So we get this, which is pretty huge as well. I don't think I can let the 3-2 die. Like, we're going to have to play this a little slower. So just attack with a Spider on the side. And if we had hit some of the early aggressive combo, I would have played for like the aggro strategy. Black Spear. I might have had to play around Black Spear. Yeah, if there's like 3 Black Spears in these decks, I should play around it. If it's maybe a 2 of, then it might not be worth playing around, but yeah, if this is a net deck that runs 3, like, yeah, Black Spear is going to be pretty common in the deck. That's probably a misplay. So he's passing on turn 4. You know, we should be aware he could definitely do like a Twisted Fate, but he really wants to do that on a defensive turn, especially with Caretaker. I think I can actually get away with just playing a Tracker here. Can I? Honestly, I don't think I can. So my hand's a little weird. My hand just got a lot better. So this is how we're winning. We're double Cithria with Harrowing and then hoping that he doesn't have Ruination. At that point, he would kind of need Ruination to win, which makes me all tingly. That's good that he would need Ruination to win at that point. So I'll Tracker here. A lot of hands on his side would pass and prepare mana for Twisted Fate, and I think I would just pass back. See ya. I mean, I'm just setting up my Cithrias. I don't give a shit about anything else. Like, because we're only going to play a few more turns in the game. I want to lock away as many of his cards as possible, really. If I pass, he could pass back. That actually could be a little bit nasty. I guess I might have to Cithria here. I mean, at the end of the day, I've got the harrowing anyway. So, yeah, this is a bit safer to play out. Like, so the way double Cithria works is because both of them get fearsome, they give each other fearsome, and even if the rest of my board is just a bunch of small weenies, double Cithria off of harrowing can just win me the game outright, and even if he has got 20 health. So I think it's fine to play Cithria here. Like, the pressure is on me to set up lethal with harrowing. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe he gets the Dreadaway turn. Honestly, I might be playing this matchup wrong just because I might not be identifying, like, exactly whose side time is on. I haven't played against TF Gangplank Kegs enough. I think I have to save Mark. Just chill. Hey, what's up, Alan? Thanks for the raid. Just playing some Lucian Kalista combo deck. I've gotten a lot further with this deck. I think this deck is actually pretty solid right now. Double draw harrowing. So I'll just play this first. The thing is, he shouldn't be able to actually kill me on turn 8. I mean, I expect him to kill one of the Cithrias here with some kind of combo. The nice thing is, if it's Black Spear plus X, he would actually have to, like, be worried about my attack, right? Because if he wants to, like, set up the Black Spear, then my Cithria buffs the other one, so that would be nice. Okay, and yeah, we're just looking to set up the harrowing on the defensive turn. I can honestly take an attack here that he's forced to block. I guess that's fine. The only downside is, I mean, we're double fearsoming anyway, right? He could easily have a vengeance to stop double fearsome. Yeah, I think this is a free attack since I've got 2 harrowings anyway. Like, our lose condition just becomes him basically actually having some, like, more aggressive game plan on us. So I kind of like attacking with Cithria there just because of that. Feels good. Mark of the Owls should give spell shield. Ooh. Should it? So I am gonna harrowing next turn. My Kalista can basically level up off of the harrowing. I mean, he might, like, wail to sweep a board offensively, do a little too much damage. I think I Kalista first here. Harrowing now. The problem is I think I need both harrowings because I want to play around Ruination. Honestly, I should actually, like, you know, be looking into, like, what he's running in this deck, because maybe it's trolly to play around that. Like, I'm not sure if people actually run Ruination in this deck. So I do have the ability to mark here. I think using mark on the like harrowing turn is actually too important. The only reason to mark here is like the defensive potential. Mark there. I mean, why are we marking there? Like, what does that do for us? It's gotta be pretty bad, right? Running Ruination would be troll. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Like, if I mark to kill, honestly, I could mark to try to threaten the Gangplank. That could make sense. Save a little bit of health and delete a fearsome blocker. But marking for the Cithria doesn't make any sense. Because then, I mean, he can save his Gangplank by just having any spell from hands. Like, I don't know, who knows, Grasp or something. Stops Plunder in the attack. Does it stop his attack? I mean, if we're assuming he has no other spells from hand that stops his attack. You guys make a lot of assumptions about the opponent hand state. Ooh. That is a very interesting draw. I mean, I have to harrowing first. Wow. Harrowing is a bit more of a surprise, but he has more ways to set up the Lucian. Yeah, I think I just harrowing first here. Harrowing into Lucian into Kalista attack. This is actually pretty insane. Like, the fact that we have this non-ephemeral Kalista and potentially this non-ephemeral Lucian is really good. This deck is pretty adorable, Alan. It's not a tier 1 deck, but I really like this build of it. I think I've got, I mean, you can build this deck in 2 different ways. I think you can build it as either a combo deck like this or a mid-range deck. I think building it as aggro is actually a complete bait. I think that has to be true. Like, I don't know. I don't like, so with this deck, I'm super often like double passing into Remembrance, right? We basically are just playing every matchup differently. Against Control, I'm mulliganing away like early stuff. Sometimes I mulligan away Lucian against Control. Although now that I'm running Mark of the Isles, Chain Vest, and Sharp Sight, I might have to stop doing that. I like it as combo. This version is sweet. Like, I've been playing this deck a lot. It took me a long time to get to this version. So, I mean, I can play Lucian now. That's pretty funny. I mean, I do kind of have to play Lucian now. If he kills my Lucian, that levels my Kalista, which means I get a Cithria back on the Kalista attack anyway. So, he's super fucked. And I've got exactly Mark mana, too. Okay, I mean, I'm butchering anyway. I guess I was butchering anyway. Yeah, this guy's literally fucked. Like, this is actually the stupidest shit ever. We have a Kalista resing a second Cithria. Our Lucian is leveled up. We've got Mark to protect everything. Our entire board is dying here. So, I mean, we are leveling the Lucian and getting the trigger off of him. Go hard. Yeah, I mean, I can't mark that. Don't think I can mark that. I mean, I'm getting a full attack now. My board was actually over full before he did that. So the Kalista has to go before the Cithria because she wants to summon the Cithria before the Cithria buffs. And then Lucian has to go at the very end. The dragon can pull Gangplank, I guess. And then, I mean, this guy's like the most Omega fucked I've ever seen anyone ever. Like, Lucian's flipping. Lucian's rallying on this action because Lucian flips and rallies on the same turn now. I've got the Kalista that is also rallying and pulling another Cithria. Like, I've never seen anyone more fucked than this guy right here. And this is like, you guys have seen me play this deck all day yesterday. And I've gone through a lot of versions. But like, check out this version. I know, look at what we did in the mulligan. We mulliganed away Fleet Feather Tracker, and kept Blighted Caretaker and Remembrance, and we kept Mark. That's what we did in the opening mulligan. We kept a hand of Mark of the Isles, Remembrance, and Blighted Caretaker, and kicked our 1-drop. And that looks like the weirdest thing ever, but in that matchup, that's how we have to do it. We're attacking at evens, so we can double float into Remembrance, which is like against control decks. We want to be able to just shove a big dude that will 2-for-1, right? And the Mark will always get value in that matchup no matter what. If I keep like too much of the early aggressive strategy, we're just giving value to his removal stuff, right? Like, I might keep harrowing in opening hands sometimes. And this is the new identity of the deck. So keep that in mind if you ever try this deck. Like, you have to play every matchup differently. Some matchups we play aggro for sure. And some hands we play aggro.